It's a thing on the stream.
It's the newly minted league MVP, Sam Castronova. And what did he do last week? Well, he threw for 8 touchdowns. And how about ran for 2 more scores in the semifinal win over Salina?
We saw that catch by Dwayne Brown. Maybe the play of the season as time expired in the first half. A big score there for the Firebirds, able to move on the ground. Wants to show that he's the best player in AF1 in 2025. His team might be the best team when 4 quarters wrap up here.
2nd and goal from the 6 for Castronova and the Firebirds offense. Castronova with his legs, he's going to run it in for the touchdown. Sam Castronova.
I'm here after Albany Firebirds 60-57 championship win against the Nashville Cats, and I'm with MVP quarterback Sam Castronova. Sam, what does it mean to win?
This is the guy right here.
First team all league right there.
There
that
you
guy. What does it mean to bring a championship to Albany?
It means the world. I mean, I'm so glad to be able to do this in Albany, have the game here in front of the fans that have taken such good care of us this year. It means the world.
It's the newly minted league MVP, Sam Castronova. And what did he do last week? Well, he threw for 8 touchdowns. And how about ran for 2 more scores in the semifinal win over Salina?
We saw that catch by Dwayne Brown. Maybe the play of the season as time expired in the first half. A big score there for the Firebirds, able to move on the ground. Wants to show that he's the best player in AF1 in 2000.
We are live here at JC Tractor in Hoosick Falls, New York for our first Firebirds Weekly on the Firebirds Media Network. Thank you, Firebirds fans, for following us to the Firebirds Media Network. My name is Adam Samarov, and I'm one of your co-hosts. To my left is Chris Ipperly, my co-host, and we are excited to welcome as our first guest on the Firebirds Media Network, reigning Arena Football 1 MVP, reigning MVP of the Arena Crown, and all together great guy, Sam Castronova, QB1. Sam, how are we doing tonight, man?
Doing great, guys. Thanks for having me. Excited to be the first guest.
Excellent. So just you saw that video, the last thing I talked to you after you won the championship, what you thought about bringing the championship back to Albany. Well, you have had one hell of a few months. Tell me what's been going on, between, championship, moving up to the UFL and that whole process. What's been going on the last few months for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to a GM in the UFL since before last season, actually, after the previous season when I was in San Antonio, and he liked me a lot and worked out for him. Things didn't work out, and then he eventually signed me after the 2025 season. So I was super excited, taking the next step, kind of. I was telling people kind of almost got called up to AAA after 4 or 5 years of arena football, and things just kind of went a little weird. He got fired, but they brought him back as a scouting director. But he told me he didn't have nearly any say anymore. All the coaches had the final say. He just gave the grades on players. So they did a whole redraft. My team I signed with didn't even exist anymore. They went to 3 new teams. So kind of basically just got the short end of the stick at the end of the day. And me and all the other guys that kind of signed along with me that I told them about. So I'm fortunate as far as our career paths, but fortunate to have a home that we can come back to that will welcome us with open arms, and we're super, super grateful for that.
I think, it's one of those things, too, where you look at it and go, hey, like, they noticed me at the next level, kind of doing that, moving up to AAA, kind of a thing, and that not only you, but, some of your teammates as well. Just talk about, being a part of, those conversations, just to say, look, like, my talents can take me all the way up, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident in my abilities. I think my track record's shown that I'm a winner, and I can do it at the highest level. But I was putting some stats together just to try and give a final push to all these coaches to draft me, and I think I added it up, and in the last 4 seasons I had 345 touchdowns. So that was a pretty cool stat to go back on in 4 years, almost 350 touchdowns. But no, I mean, I think the proof is in the pudding, and I think we all, especially the guys that got signed, even some guys on defense too, deserve a shot at the next level. But there's kind of a weird stigma on arena football right now. It's not quite what it once was back in the day. So hopefully, as the league kind of goes along, it seems like it's moving more and more in the right direction. And hopefully, it can get even more of a stamp for I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
Have
Like
guys going to the next
some,
level.
just respectability and whatnot.
Right, and I think too, listen, we're from Albany. We follow Albany. There's a reason why. I like to think there's a reason why that you're back, and there's a reason why the people saw you. I think stability is a really big thing, and Albany does it right. Obviously, you've been here. What is this technically
Year 3, 4? Yeah,
It'll be 3.5. Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah, half year, right?
Is that a Buffalo Sabres hat, by the way?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
They're on a roll, baby.
Yeah, listen, my dad went to Buffalo State before I was born. They lived in Hamburg, so but Western New York is in my heart always. It's a blessing and a curse. I think more of a blessing than a curse, but
yes.
So going back 4 years ago to now, like what has led you to those 345 touchdowns? Obviously, you started with 0. And now you have 345. What led you to the point where you're like, A, I can do this, B, I arrived, and C, I'm really good at this? Like, what was the catalyst to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think deep down I always knew I had the talent. It was first off, it was just learning the game of arena football. It's so much different than when I was in college. I mean, it's a completely different game. You're throwing the football, but half the size field. It happens so much faster. You got a man in motion, so the defenses are just different. So I think that was learned a lot my rookie year when I was in Carolina. A lot of what not to do as well.
Right. Yeah.
And then learned a lot my second year in Albany under Coach Ware. Prince taught me a bunch. He was an arena vet, and Mike Faithful, the QB that was here before me. And then under some weird circumstances, Faithful ended up leaving the team, and I was starting week 2. And Coach Manas was freaking out. You could tell every day, what are we going to do? This kid's going to, we're screwed. And then I think I had 7 touchdowns against the Sharks. We won in overtime. And then once that game, I think that just gave me the confidence I needed moving forward. We had a little bit of a rough start or a rough patch in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
We lost a couple games, but we were still putting up a lot of numbers on offense. So I think that, and then finally winning that championship that year, I think, and then the next year, I think we were going to run it back in Albany, but obviously we know some crazy stuff happened going down to Jacksonville, doing it with a different team. Yeah. Nobody other than Wade, that was with me in Albany, doing it again there with even better numbers. So I think that was, like I said, just confidence and whatnot, building that and learning the game. And now this is going to be my my fifth year, Carolina, Albany, Jacksonville, San Antonio. No, my 6th year.
All right,
sixth year of arena football.
All right, go ahead.
And I was just say my 5th year playing with this game. I played 1 year in the IFL. I don't like those rules. I don't like they run the ball a ton. I will say I played in the IFL 1 year and I set the single season passing yards record. So get in, get out, do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah. Put more ink on paper. Right?
Yeah.
So with those 345 total touchdowns, you got a chance obviously to put up a ton more this year here in Albany. How much have you been keeping an eye on Albany? Knowing, okay, the stuff with UFL is kind of, up in the air, that kind of thing. What was going on there in terms of, hey, what's Coach Ware doing? How is Albany kind of making some moves?
Yeah, I mean, I have been in contact with Coach Ware. We still talk every now and then, maybe a couple times every couple weeks or whatnot. And obviously, I still follow Albany and you guys and everything on the social. So I've seen some new teams coming in. I've seen some new players getting signed, and it looks super exciting. So I always keep my tabs on you guys, and I knew there was a possibility that I could be back there with how things could. I've gotten kind of shafted in the past as far as the UFL goes or XFL. I mean, it's happened before, and I was kind of holding out hope it wouldn't happen this time, but I'm used to it at this point. So, you kind of don't count all your eggs before they hatch. So yeah, I was keeping tabs, and obviously the AF1 added, was it 4 new teams? A couple of teams went away, but it added 3 or 4 new teams, and
Minnesota, Boma,
Michigan and Kentucky.
Oceanside and Kentucky.
Yeah, so 5.
Yeah.
Oh, 5, yeah. So it's been it looks super exciting, and obviously with some new partners coming in and whatnot. So yeah, I was excited. I was excited for Albany just in general, and now it's excited that I'm a part of it.
I have a question that kind of goes back to your experience. That I'm as a vet, where do you feel that you fall into helping the new generation? Like, how much do you feel like that's a responsibility for you personally?
Oh, it's a big responsibility, especially with the rookies and whatnot. I mean,
Mhm.
even Dwayne last year coming into camp, like I wasn't in the AF1 2 years ago, so I didn't know a bunch about him. I thought he was like Billings' best receiver by far, like whatnot. And come to find out, it was kind of by committee over there. He told me he had gone in high motion like 8 times all year,
Oh, no way.
and now he's going to be our middleman. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. So me and Coach, we were working with him a lot, and he was a quick learner and picked it up. Obviously, no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, even I was teaching him a lot of things, and throughout camp, we would have a lot of miscommunications that we worked on, and obviously once the season came along, you saw it was pretty smooth. But yeah, I mean, especially with these rookies and whatnot, that's what's different. It being my 6th year versus my first or second year. Like now, I'm the guy that is teaching these guys. These guys are looking up to, instead of me learning from Prince, learning from Favor, learning from Coach
Mhm.
Ware, stuff like that. I'm teaching these guys stuff. So yeah, it's different. It's more responsibility on my shoulders, but I mean, it's year 6. That's why I'm here. That's what I do.
So you see, guys, obviously DB3 coming back. Some of these other, players coming back. Markel, goes to Jacksonville. But then you got some other new guys coming in. Tyrese Chambers, we talked to, a couple weeks ago. Dom Ali, we talked to before that. Just talk about, seeing some of these new guys coming in and be like, talk about what you're seeing and what you're thinking about, these new guys and being, kind of the ringleader of that process once you get back into Albany.
Yeah, I mean, first you got the offensive player of the year coming back. He's our middle guy, so
Mhm.
that helps. Towns is coming back.
Yeah.
He's electric, and anytime you can get the ball with the defender within that's a little bit away from him, he's probably gonna make the first guy miss. So those guys make me look good. That's very nice to have. And then those other guys I played against, I think Tyrese in the IFL a couple years ago. He's a good ball player, and some of these new guys I don't quite know as well, but we're excited to have him and excited to get to work.
We got number 7 back too.
That's right. That happened today.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys. I knew that, but I didn't know if you guys knew that, so I wasn't going to
Yes.
say anything.
No,
Yes.
it was, the team put it out. I don't know, around.
About
Oh,
3
that's
o'clock
right. It
this
was on
afternoon.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that guy, he's nice after the catch too. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think again from somebody who just watches, you guys play very rarely, obviously see practices, but DT, good luck, tackling him in the open field. Nobody wants to tackle Isaiah for a much
Yeah.
different reason.
And the fact that he's 6'2" and can run as fast as he can,
Yeah.
it's a pretty rare combination. And
Yeah.
we went to Tulsa together after the season last year, got to play even more. So our chemistry's off the charts. So I'm really excited to see what year 2 we can even improve on, because we felt like we were just kind of hitting our stride towards the end of the season last year, and hopefully we can continue to grow on that.
One final question for me is, what are some goals for you for 2026? And you're not allowed to say the championship because everybody wants to win the championship. What are some goals personally and professionally for you in 2026?
Well, I guess I won't say championship, but I would like to go undefeated again. That was cool. That was my first time ever doing that, and it'd be nice to do that. It'd be really nice open the season 2-0, especially against the 2 champions in the other leagues that are coming to join us, come in and kind of teach them a lesson, hopefully. So yeah, those are a couple of things. As far as personally, I don't really. I mean, it sounds corny, but I've done a lot of that stuff already. So I just want to come in and compete and stay healthy and have fun and teach these guys what they can learn in arena football and continue to grow with all of them. It's fun. It's fun to do it together. I don't know how many more years I have left doing this. So that's what I'm excited about.
Well, we love to have you back in Albany and love to see you tear it up one more time in 2026. Sam, we appreciate you coming on, and we look forward to talking to you when camp starts here in about 6 weeks or 7 weeks. And we're looking forward to it, of course.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Go Birds. Go Seahawks. Not a Seahawks fan, just absolutely hate the Patriots. And thank you guys for having me.
New York guys.
Listen, there is no other choice. It's Sam Darnold or bust. We're putting everything into Sam Darnold's hands. So
It's just Sam. Just Sam's hands.
Drake May is going to be seeing ghosts.
We can only hope.
All right,
man. Thanks,
Sam.
again.
Thank you very much. And when we come back, we're going to have Freddie Booth-Lloyd, a new member of the Albany Firebirds, on when we come back.
Good evening. Welcome back to the show. Hey, Freddie. Thank you for joining us tonight. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. In true defensive lineman lore, you are chasing the quarterback. You are chasing him out of here.
Yeah. Got to chase him a couple times over the years.
No doubt about it. So, we kind of want to take a little bit of time to kind of get the Albany fan base to kind of know a little bit more about you, and I'm going to pass off to Adam. We'll kind of get down to your story.
All right.
All right. So you're a Florida guy from Cocoa, Florida. Went to Cocoa High School, and just talk about your first football. I mean, Florida is obviously one of the king states of football. Tell me about your football life growing up.
To be honest, I wasn't even a defensive lineman. My first position was running back. So growing up, was always a heavier guy, but I was always one of the quickest on the field, one of the fastest on the field. I started at the age of 4, been playing ever since. I played with a bunch of guys in high school who are now in the league. Juwan Taylor was my left tackle. I played offensive line too in high school. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, that's my little brother. He plays for the Bears. Then Jamel Dean, he's the cornerback for the Buccaneers right now.
Yep.
We're always on the same high school team. So we literally had some dogs coming from Cocoa, Florida, and we was always representing.
So let me ask you a couple questions. In doing the homework, I think you have 3 career rushing touchdowns with Temple. Is that right?
I have 5.
5.
Yeah.
Don't short the man any touchdowns. Stop that.
All right, so that's that. And again, doing the research, I saw this. I don't know if you remember it. I don't know. This video is probably 7-8 years old, and you're on a track. And
I was in high school. No, that was graduated in 2014. That was 2014 March.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to give some context to this video, this guy that's on the show right now just flat out took off, and I like your quickness was something to be seen in that video. Was that always a thing for you? Your quickness, man. Like I just feel like that's something that is really special in your game.
Yes. My dad was a running back. My dad was supposed to go to the University of Michigan to play running back, and he ended up having my older brother, so he didn't go, and he stayed here to work. So I ended up, so he ended up working, and then it was like somebody has to play football. My older brother didn't play it, so then it came me, and then I just took to it. So, and then my mom ran track in the Army, so she was super duper fast. My dad was fast, so I just happened to catch the gene.
Yeah, I can see it. That I'll share it.
We'll have to show the video.
Like, man, that guy boogies.
I wanted to add something too, because it's something that is big around here in our area in Albany and in the surrounding tri-state area. You were a wrestler in Florida also, so obviously were you heavyweight? Did you wrestle heavyweight at that point, or were you 215?
I was 285. I wrestled 285, 2-time state champ. Yeah.
And to do that in Florida, that's pretty impressive.
And I only lost 7 matches. And all my 7 matches that I lost was my freshman year.
That's impressive. Were you just like a pin machine?
I was one of those guys. I tried to get in and get out. So my coach used to tell me, he used to wake me up. I used to sleep before every match. I never warmed up. I used to go to sleep. So he would wake me up, and I don't like being woke up. So he knew, like, oh, I'm going to wake up a bear that doesn't want to be mess with. So he'll wake me up, and I wouldn't want to get up. So he'll
Mhm.
wake me up and shake me like, Freddie, you got to get up and wrestle. Then I go in there, do what I need to do, and try to get off the mat.
That's all. That's great.
Pissed him off by waking him up.
That's fun. Hey, listen, whatever works. You don't mess with working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he kind of figured it
Don't mess
out.
with success.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah.
And so you wrestle, you run track, you're a 3-sport athlete in high school. Tell me about the recruiting process. Some of the different schools and making the choice, to come up to Philadelphia and play for the Temple Owls.
Okay, so my recruiting process started late. So we ran the wing T offense in high school. So I was a pulling guard, and my senior year came around, and my coach was like, "Freddie, you're too small to, go play offensive line in college. So you're going to be defense full time." And I was like, "Okay, bet, that's good. That's what I wanted." So the defensive line coach at the time, Coach James Folston, he's a 9-year NFL vet. He played for the Cardinals and I want to say the Raiders. Yeah, the Cardinals and the Raiders. He had 2 sons that played on the team too. One of them was in my class. The other one went to Notre Dame, named Tarian Folston, and then the little James. So I didn't get my first offer until I want to say my senior year, and it wasn't even from any defensive film because I didn't have any defensive film. I got my offers off of 7-on-7. I played 7-on-7 in high school. So that's where my first offer came from, was 7-on-7. I was playing tight end, and what's the guy name? Was it Nigel Bethel? I think he went to Texas Tech. My first catch was in the back of the end zone, toe tap over him. And I got my first offer that day by doing that.
See, if you can do that, like you'll end up being like one of these guys that gets those big, so Sports Center rumbling, bumbling, stumbling interceptions for touchdowns in our league.
I'm glad that you said that because you have an 81-yard INT for a touchdown.
Yep, my senior year in college, I actually scored the first touchdown of that game in the Maryland Stadium, the Turpin Stadium. It was 0-0 going into halftime, and I came out and I caught a one-handed INT for 82 yards.
It's just like James Harrison in the Super Bowl, right?
The 100 yards.
Yeah. We'll have to see if we could track that video down. I couldn't find it.
Oh, it's on Instagram. It's on my Instagram.
Oh, it is.
Oh, we'll find it. All right.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that jumped out at me. Really, to me, in doing the homework, your athleticism kind of stuck out for a big man. So that doesn't that play right there just is congruent with what you bring to the table as far as I can see.
Yeah. And then,
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to the next thing.
You good? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. So doing the research, you make your debut as a redshirt freshman against Penn State. That must have been something.
Scariest day of my life.
Is it one of those things where you just get on the field and you're like, okay, like you get a hit or you make a play, do something, and you're like, okay, I'm just playing football now. It doesn't really matter anymore.
No, I couldn't hear anything. We played in the Eagle Stadium, and it was sold out, and you couldn't hear nothing. So you're on the field. It's your first time redshirt freshman. You're trying to get the call, but you're so shook you can't hear anything. And all you hear is, oh, you hear everybody yelling. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? And then you're trying to ask the person next to you, but it's so loud he can't tell you. So you just have to go off adrenaline.
How many games did you play in Lincoln Field? Because I saw a bunch of film and I felt like it was more than one game.
I played all 4 years. We played all 4 years. I played all 4 years in Lincoln.
Did not know that. I learned that.
Yeah,
Nope. I found the video of it, but you can't really hear it.
Yeah.
None of his interception, I don't think, but
it's one of 5 touchdowns, I'm sure.
Yes. 5. Don't give it.
That's
Don't
right,
don't cut him short. No, definitely not. So you go through and you play for Temple, and obviously you have some good success there between some defensive line. You score a couple touchdowns. A couple is now 5. 5 is now a couple. Okay. Talk about your process. After school, like trying to go on to the league. Did you have a pro day? Tell me about coming after your college career came to an end?
So after college, I went out to was that Sacramento. I did my pro day training in Sacramento. I was out there from January to when was pro day? I forgot when pro day was. Whatever. I think it was March or something. So I was out there from January to March. I actually did pretty well. Ran a good time, good broad jump. I did the bench press. I want to say 28 times. With a torn bicep.
Oh, jeez.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it was great. I later went on. I got picked up by the Seahawks. I was there for a little bit. Then I got cut. Then I went to the Cardinals for a little bit, and then I was with the Cardinals for a little bit, and then after that, I went straight to arena ball.
So now that we're in arena ball, what's I guess deal with the elephant in the room? You are now here in Albany. Have some experience playing for Orlando. Has some experience. And now last year you played with Oregon, right?
Yes, I played with Oregon last year. 2020, I played with the Rattlers, but
Okay.
season got cut short because of COVID.
So tell me about, going from the outdoor game to the indoor game. I think it's a little less crazy in the line, because it's still pretty, the line is kind of the line no matter what. But
Right.
tell me a little bit about getting integrated into the indoor game versus the outdoor game.
Basically, so in the outdoor game, I only played nose guard. So, coming from the IFL, I'm more of a space guy. I need space, so I like the edges. I don't like being over the top of people. I can do it. I'm fast enough to do it. I can slant and move and do all that, but I like the outside. It gives me more space to move, and I feel like I'm faster than most of the tackles. That's just me. But the difference is not really too much of a difference for the line. It's just they do a lot more movement than we do.
And I see on the comments, Coach Cisse is on here saying, "Glad to have you. Let's get to work." So Coach Cisse on here as well.
No,
So
that's
what's up,
my boy.
Coach Cisse?
That's my boy, former teammate.
Yeah.
Me and Cisse go way back. That's my guy. I got an actually funny story about Cisse. So we were on the field. We were playing Albany. It had to be like my second. No, it had to be like my fourth year or something. We were playing Albany, and Cisse and Daquan Murray was getting into it, and Cisse turned around. No, and I tried to break it up. We talk, we jibber jabber, whatever. So I get in between them, and Cisse goes to yelling at me, and I'm like, bro, Cisse, bro, everybody, we got to be happy, man. I don't know, we're just playing football. And he turned around and had the biggest smile on his face, and we've been cool ever since.
That's that is the secret language. I think that is the ultimate de-escalator. Is we're just playing football, man.
We're just playing football.
That's it. Like don't make it more than what it is.
Yeah,
that's
my guy, though.
Yeah, that's awesome. No,
So-
that's a good story.
Tell me about coming to Albany. Talking to Coach Ware. Obviously, Coach Cisse. Obviously, you guys will go way back. But talk about the decision. To come and then sign with Albany.
So was that 2024? Was the last year I played with Orlando? So the only reason I didn't come in 2024 was I was having a daughter, and
Okay.
I was with and she was like, "You're not going nowhere. I'm finna have a newborn. I can't have you in a whole different state." And I actually had my daughter the week before our first game, which was in Albany. So I really, at the time, I wanted to come. I've been wanting to come because me and Coach Ware, when these guys had the Antonio Brown situation had happened, Cisse, Prince, and I think Hollis came down with Coach Ware, and he got to see me work, and he was like, if nobody knows what I do, like, for a living and stuff like that, you'll understand. Like, I would come up, I would show up late to practice, and I would still give everything. And then when it come time for the game, you didn't have to worry about my preparation because it showed I had 20-some sacks. So he would see my work ethic and be like, damn, like this guy actually has a motor. He actually cares about ball. He actually knows what he wants. Like, and that's what I was seeing. And I was just going and going and going. And we used to talk, used to get on the phone because I played offense too. I'd get back there at fullback sometimes, get up there and block. And I was telling him like, man, you're a great coach. Like I want to come play for you one day. And like, I just got to get my situation together. I was like, I just had a kid, and I can't really get up there like I want to. And this year, I got the green light. Like, hey, you can go. And he was the first person I called.
Well, that's a good story too.
Again, that speaks to the family atmosphere that the Firebirds have, and that includes the flock support. Because again, even if you haven't been here, even guys that have been in different places, or you played for Oregon last year, so you saw some of that, when you guys played. It's like, I don't think you have that in every place in AF1.
Well, not at all.
And so, to be able to be a part of that is obviously something big. And then, as Coach Ware's talked about, like, obviously he wants guys that are, top of their craft at football, but he also wants guys that are top, guys. Like, family is very important. And that's something that, he has said over and over and over again when it comes to like who he signs and who he wants to be here.
Yes, most definitely. Actually, Coach Ware he's met my son. Actually, today is my son's 6th birthday. Happy birthday, Goose. That's my little guy right there. But yeah, everywhere I went, like every family, like if we had like anything to do with the team and I had to go, like my son was with me. So he knows like that's my first thing is my kids and then my family. So he actually understood like, hey, this man actually take care of his family. He's a family man. That's what he does. And football is just something that I'm good at that I still have a passion for.
If he's the little guy, is he a defensive lineman like you?
He's probably gonna be taller than me. I hope he is. Yeah, I hope he is. So at 6 years old, he's about halfway taller than me right now.
Oh my God.
He's like to my stomach, like the top of my stomach. He's almost at my chest.
I think class of 20. I can't do the math.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I want to touch on too, and I think it's just a good thing to mention is, I think, as you get older and the more you grow up and the more you deal with life, you realize that every day and everything you do is a job interview, and that's basically what you did a few years ago. Showing the coaches that are here now what you're really about, and you never knew how things were going to turn out, but you put in the work, and because you put in the work, people saw what you did, and I think that's important for people to remember is everything you do and everyone that you interact with is a job interview at the end of the day.
Most definitely. Like I say, I'm just happy to be here now. I ain't got to talk to the fans in the first row no more. I got to go back and forth with them.
Yeah.
But I used to love coming up to Albany, playing my best games, and actually having fun and doing what I do best, and that's getting after the quarterback.
I got a quick question. It's something else we did when we did the research. So you wore 99 in college. You changed, when you were in Orlando. Was there any specific going to 7? Was there any thing to that number? Or you were just like, I gotta have a change?
So the 7 came from I had a daughter that had a stillborn. She was supposed to be born March 7th. So that year I wore 7 for her, and I just never changed it.
Yeah, that's a very, very touching tribute.
No, definitely.
We, not to get into my details, we had a similar issue within our family a handful of years ago, and that is something, unless you've been through it, it's impossible to feel.
Right.
It's a lot. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah. I also wore number 1 in college too. So if you gotta look that up, that's on my my Instagram page too. So I wore number 1 in college too.
So we'll have to find the right number for him. Either 1, 7. It can't be 7 because that's not. All right, we'll have to figure that out.
I'm not wearing 7. I know that it was a possibility. But I was like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you make the number. At least that's how I think it should be.
But yeah, Look good, feel good, play good. That's how
right.
I always
Yep.
thought.
No, without a doubt. So, man, we really appreciate you taking the time. Sorry that you're on a few minutes late, but you know how quarterbacks are. They like to be late. So,
Well, and also a fun fact, I'm only one of few that got to sack Sam Castronova.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, that's why he wanted. That's why he had to take off before he came
Yeah,
up.
he didn't want to face it just yet. He'll wait until camp starts in March.
Yep.
That's my guy.
No, honestly, not to give Sam a hard time. He got caught up at work a little bit late, so I'm only playing with him. So we thank him for his time as well, and we thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And with that, we'll see you guys soon.